Today is our group coaching call. It is February 4th, 2025. 1/12 of 2025 is already gone. The question is, are you 1/12 of the way to your goals? And we're going to pick up right where we left off last time. We went through what I feel is some basic stuff last time. We wanted to set up some auto searches for people that weren't buyers. We want to send some CMAs out there for people that didn't ask for a CMA. We just got to get in the habit of staying top of mind. And these are free things that you can really do in less than 5 minutes. So, my question to you is, did you do it? If you accomplished all of last month's goals, put it in the chat right now. Let me know. I want to know who went out there and took it seriously, who's building their business, who went out there and set up auto searches, who went out there and did the unsolicited CMAs. Mark H, yes. Nick, yes. I'm telling you, it is the small sums like this that make your business grow. Sibley, yes. Brian, yes. Nina, yes. Notice these are some of the same people already called out because these people are out there doing it. I'm telling you, you got to go out there and build your business. You got to put the time in. Yes. Marie, most of it. Thank you for your honesty. That's great. That's where I'm going next. How many of you didn't do it? How many of you didn't do almost any of it? What I want you to do right now is hold yourself accountable, put it in the chat, and tell me you're going to get it done in the next 2 weeks. I know life happens. It doesn't mean that just because you didn't do it, you can't come back and still do it. If you didn't do it and life happened, put it in the chat now. Hold yourself accountable. Who's going to go out there and work on these things? There we go. Andy, let's get it done. Ramesh, let's get it done. Chris, here we go. These are the things that build your brand. Trust me, I coached agents for years. I talk to hundreds of agents every single month. It's these little things that keep building up. And then all of a sudden they're like, wow, why is my business exploding? It explodes because you work on it, and you got to work on it. And if you're sitting here on this call and you're like, wow, I didn't really do much, that's 1/12 of the year. You really didn't do much. So I'm not going to preach to the choir. I know most of you are out there working, but you got to plug in. You got to go out there and take action. And we're going to get getting started on today's call. First, don't know if you guys have recognized or not, but we have an upgrade at red1agent.com. And we now have a little chat bot in the bottom right-hand corner. It is called Redbot. I don't know if there's a better name. We'll take it. But we have our own AI chat bot. It has been in training for 34 days now, and it's getting pretty smart. If you go there and ask it for items on the calendar, ask it for our tax ID number or NAID number, or ask it for a FISBO script or whatever it is, it's able to search everything on Red One Agent and communicate with you and kind of walk you through. So AI is taking over everything. If you haven't plugged into AI, we're going to do a lot on next month's call with AI. But just want to make sure that you guys know of all of our improvements. We are constantly thriving to make sure that we're better, to make sure Red One is better, to provide it easier for you. A common thing that we heard is there's too many resources. Well, now you can search those resources very easily. Or if you're looking for contact info, you can just go there and say, hey, please give me contact info for Racine Ringgold. And boom, it's going to pop right up. So it's there in the bottom right-hand corner. Next, before we get into the training today, I really just want to address something with you guys that I see in our industry very prevalent, but just overall in America. I think that there is this fairy tale mindset. And it's this fairy tale mindset that everything's supposed to be great and everything's supposed to be easy. And then when it's not, people have a hard time being happy. And I got to tell you, I work hard. I do. Ken works hard. I know a lot of you on this call work hard. And some of you that might be newer to the industry and maybe saw some things on TV and thought real estate's easy. I'm just going in there and get it done. And then when it's not so easy, you're like, well, what's wrong with me? And you have a hard time reestablishing and plugging in goals. Here's what I'm telling you. The world is hard and you're going to have to plug in and you're gonna have to take actions and you're gonna have to do things, and then it gets easy. But it doesn't just automatically easy. I've seen all those fairy tale films also, and my life's not like that. I know when you look at my social media, I'm not out there talking about negative things, but there's a lot of work that goes on behind the scenes. And for every successful real estate agent that we have out there, I know that there's a lot of hard work that goes on behind the scenes. I talk to Jim Ross very often. And I first started working with Jim Ross when he wasn't even a $5 million producer. And today he's a $60 million producer. I know the hard work that goes in behind the scenes to get him there. When Brad Clarizio first brought his license here, he's like, you know what? I don't really want to sell real estate or build a team. I'm an investor. Fast forward, I've seen him how he's built his team. He wasn't even a $5 million producer. And today he's a $60 million producer. They're putting the hard work in. And maybe if you see them on Instagram and Facebook, you don't see that back end work. So here's some things that I just want to make sure that we just accept these things as fact. One, life includes pain and adversity. It does. I guarantee if I ask every single one of you, there's been some adversity you've had to overcome. And there's been some things that were a little painful. And that's part of who makes you and how you overcome those things. And you're just going to have to accept them. You have to accept that it's not all fairy tale. And when you do have to work hard, you shouldn't get upset about it. It's part of the journey if you want to be a top producing agent. Two, the future is uncertain. These things you just got to accept. The future is uncertain. No one knows what's going to happen. I can tell you right now, 10 years ago, if you said, hey, would you be running a company called Red One Realty? I'm like, Red One, what? Like, there is zero chance that would happen. That's how uncertain my path is. I'm sure your path has been uncertain before as well. So you got to work to make sure that it's most likely where you want it to go. But your future is uncertain. Little things can change it. That's why we want you on these group coaching calls, doing the little things to shape it in the direction you want. And accomplishment requires discipline. Trust me, Red One Realty does not just grow because we're low cost. There's lots of low cost companies out there, and we grow faster than all of them. It's because we're disciplined, put the work in, and we do the same thing that we ask you to do every day. We plug in, we spend an hour prospecting a day, trying to make sure we're top of mind, just like you guys do. And then, you guys got to know these things never change. You're going to have adversity, your future's uncertain, and you're going to have to be disciplined to hit your goals. So I see lots of people that are just unhappy. And I love this little saying down here at the bottom: define the simple fact that these realities and telling yourself the story that life shouldn't be hard is arguably the greatest obstacle to enjoyment in most people's lives. So if you're a happy person, great. If you're not happy, maybe you got to look and say, you know what? Let me get these things done. Let me pat myself on the back. Let me feel accomplished. Let me go in and get these things done. And I promise you, in real estate, it is those little things that add up to the success, and you got to put the time in. So I know a lot of you guys got the task done. Those of you who didn't, this is that swift kick in the butt that says get it done. We have basic new agent training. This is not basic new agent training. This is, you should have gone through that. And now we got to take your business to the next level. And we're starting off on the ground floor last week. We're saying, hey, you got to decide to do it. And if you don't want to, that's okay. You're an independent contractor. But I promise you, if you follow us with us on this group coaching call, we're going to take your business to the next level. We really are. Um, Someone says, don't wish it were easy or wish it were better. I love it. Gratitude is key. Absolutely. We're going to go ahead and go through here and work on some things to help take your business to the next level. And one of the things that we're going to work on is content. You know that we are a content world, we're a video screen driven world, and everyone is out there competing with all this noise for everyone's attention. Well, you need to be competing for your sphere of influence and your market's attention as well. And we're going to help you do video. We're going to show you a lot today on how easy that is. So, we're going to help you with some engaging content. We're going to help build your own authenticity on video. And we're going to show you how that video really cheats the algorithm a little bit and gets shown more. And I think that you'll see as you scroll through Facebook, as you scroll through Instagram or whatever it is you're using, video gets shown more than everything else. If you're not out there doing video, today's the day to change that. We're going to have a video outline that we share with you on how to make sure that we go out there and tell your story about how you got into real estate. When you take a look at every book that's out there, they have stories. People love stories. And I don't think enough people know your story. So, we're going to talk a little bit about a template for your story, how to easily get video online for your story, how to share that so that everyone sees a little bit more about your story, why you're in real estate. And that's really going to drive it home. That's going to make you memorable by being able to go out there and share your story in video that gets seen. So, we are going to create a video today. I'm going to show you exactly how we create a video, and it requires you talking for 12 seconds. That's it. We're not having some big production. We're not saying you have to go buy equipment. We want a little 6-second intro and a little 6-second outro, and that's it. And we're going to show you how to we have B-roll available for you while you just talk through the rest of it. So those of you who are a little camera shy, we're going to go a step further. We're going to have AI go out there. You're going to reproduce yourself in AI and have AI do it for you. So if you're camera shy, no excuses. If you don't have equipment, no excuses. 95% of this is going to be B-roll that you upload. If you don't know how to use CapCut, no excuses. I'm literally going to show you today. So we got to get out there. We got to share your story. Your story is going to be compelling and memorable and help people realize that they should reach out to you whenever they buy and sell real estate. This year, the market is going to get better. This year, almost everyone believes more homes will sell than last year. Also, people are letting their license lapse. I get last year was tough, but these other clients are being orphaned. As someone gets out of the business, now when they're ready to buy or sell, they have no agent. We got to make sure that you're top of mind now that they're ready. So I've talked to a lot of people, especially people in my age demographic, and they're just afraid of getting on video. And we just got to change that. We just got to go out there and do it. The more you do something, the easier it gets. And I tell you what, people love is authenticity. I don't enunciate well. I'm from Portsmouth. I put prepositions at the end of my sentence, and I just don't care. I'm going out there doing video, and you need to go out there and do video also. Some of the simple tools we're going to use today is CapCut. It is available on PC and Mac, so it's free. If you do want to use the AI generated version of you, you do have to pay for it, and we'll take a look at the price. If someone knows the price of Canva Pro, please put that in the chat for me. And then today, your first step is going to be have a video done by next month. We want your story out there on video that you can start sharing. So we talked about that 30 days. And then whenever you put it out there, we want to help that algorithm too. Post on our Facebook group, post somewhere and say, hey, I got it done. We're all going to go comment. The more comments, the more interaction, the more it's going to be seen. And we can drive up viewership and we can work together to make sure that your videos get seen more. And we know video, unique video gets seen more than just regular text. So I'm going to send all this to guys too. So first, we're going to record the script. I have a script here for you. We have B-roll. I'm going to send this to you. The B-roll is in the invite. If you got a Google Calendar invite, I already added all the B-roll in there. I'm going to show you CapCut, and I'm going to show you how to go in and utilize AI footage. So let me just open up our very simple, easy script. It's going to talk about, some key points, and then is going to talk about opening up with a hook and really talking about your why. You see, this whole thing is less than a 1 minute video. So here's the opening scene. You're looking directly at the camera. It says, "Hey everyone, I'm Mike Hall. I'm a real estate agent here in Columbus, Ohio. Today I want to tell a little bit about my story and my journey and why I do what I do." A little bit of a hook. People want to know why you do what you do. And then you see, we're going to cut to B roll and you're going to keep talking. We're going to cut to B roll and you're going to keep talking. And if you want to keep it less than a minute, you're going to come back and you're going to say the closing scene on camera. And that's it. So it's not a lot about you talking. If you find that when you're telling your story, it gets a little lengthy, that's okay. We can add 2 or 3 more B rolls in here that will play on the screen while you talk. So you will have to talk, you will have to read this. But what's great is you only have to memorize this little intro and this little outro when you talk into the camera. And the rest of it, you can literally just come right up to it and read it. And that's okay because we're going to cut it with B roll. And for those of you that are pretty familiar with B roll, you know it is like standard video that you just plug in and you plug it in over your voice. So they'll hear your voice, but they won't see you anymore. And I'll kind of show you what that looks like. Let me see if I can get CapCut open here. Before I do that, when I record videos, I use OBS Studio. OBS Studio is the best platform out there to record on. It just is. If you're using your laptop to record, download OBS Studio. It's free and you're able to record that way. It is simply one of the best. And it's really easy if your lips and your sound aren't synced, you can automatically adjust that. And I see that option. I see that issue a lot in videos, and it's free and it cross platform. So OBS Studio, if you're going to do video, which I think everyone should do a little bit of video in the future, content is not going anywhere. You want to go in and just record via OBS Studio. Obviously, Zoom is using my camera right now, so I'm not going to be able to go in and record, but I'll do a video that I did in the past just to kind of show you how the B-roll works. And then we'll be able to upload that. So I'm just going to start with this video that I've done before and kind of show you how easy it is to go in and edit it. And of course, I've deleted that video. That's not going to be helpful. Let me find a video I have not deleted. Not helping me at all. All right, we're just going to create a new project and upload it. So whenever you first go into CapCut, and all of this that I show you at first is going to be free. And then someone did comment, Canva Pro is $120 a year. So if you want to use the AI portion of it, I show you at the end, you'll have to pay the 120. But all this right now is free. You don't have to go spend another dime to complete this assignment. So when you first open up CapCut, you're going to have the ability to import video. So I'm going to click on import. You can see I download lots of things to OBS Studio. And here is a working with buyers video. So once it gets put up here, I'm just going to take it and I'm going to drag it down here to the timeline. And this down here is kind of where everything goes. So I don't know if you guys can hear or not. Hello and welcome to Working with Buyers. In this module, we'll dive into the... Are you guys able to hear that when I hit play?
Yes.
Yes.
Perfect. So obviously, I am talking in the background here, and it will continue to talk. But what I want to do is only talk for that 6 seconds. Hello, my name is Mike Hall. I'm a local realtor in Columbus, Ohio, and I want to tell you a little bit about my journey. I want to tell you a little bit about what I do, why I do. And there's some other more hooky things on there. And that's what everyone's doing right now. They're putting hooks out there. So imagine your video start like this. And I almost didn't get into real estate because they'll shock you why I did or something like that. So you just want to make sure that you put something out there, and on that script, it's going to have all those different options available for you. So you're going to record that and while you're looking at the camera, and then you're going to look down and read the rest of it. You're going to have to type out, your common parts, right? So obviously you have your own story about why you got into real estate, a little bit about that. So you're going to have to make it a little bit individual, but you can see when all this cuts to B-roll, I want to show you how easy it is to add that B-roll. So all you can do is click on import, and I already downloaded some of these. So here is a happy couple house shopping. And I'm going to drag this right on top of here. And then I'm going to import another one. And here is walking along an American suburb. And we'll drag it and put it right past here. So now you're going to see that it will, let me see if I can maximize the screen. You're going to see that even though I keep talking, because it's on top here, it's going to play the video. You're going to see what's on top. Let's not overlook the power of working with buyers, as they can be extremely lucrative for your business. One of the biggest advantages of working with buyers is the referral potential. Buyers tend to refer agents more than sellers. Why? Because when buyers have a positive experience, they're more likely to tell friends and family and colleagues and everyone else who's in the market to buy a home. This just leads to a steady stream of clients and helps expand your reach in the market. But it doesn't stop at immediate. You spend more time with them. So you get the idea. What we're going to do is we're going to add B-roll video so you can just read that script. And even though you'll be down here at the bottom, and if someone looked at you, it looked really weird because you're just going to read the script. But we're going to put some of these things right on top of it. So let me take a look at what we have added for you. Let me see if I can find that folder. So right here in the Google invite is a folder that has the content where you can talk and get the script. And then it has a bunch of different B-roll that normally is a premium B-roll that you have to pay for, but we've paid for it, we've licensed it, we're allowed to download and use it. So you're able to go through, and as you're talking, have this go through. So, a home for sale. So when you're talking about, you know, I love going out there, helping people list their home for sale and get top dollar for it. That'd be you talking in the background, reading a script while this B rolls on the screen. I think the one that I had first was a happy house couple shopping on that virtual screen as they were kind of sliding by. Aerial drones, lots of different options up here. Driving by newly constructed homes for sale. So again, just lots of B-roll so you can go in there and edit it. Now, obviously, we don't need 30 seconds. We just need a little bit of it. So we're going to go back to CapCut and kind of show you what we want to do if we wanted to kind of shorten that. So let's say, you're going through here and you're talking about home buyers, looking at homes. But if you want to end it here and kind of get back to you talking, all you do is you click on the screen, and this little button right here, it will cut it there and delete the right. So you see how it kind of disappeared? And if you mess up, it's easy. You're just going to click undo, and it's really that easy. And we don't have to go through advanced edits. We don't have to do a bunch. We're looking for a 60-second video from you within the next month that really tells your story. So let's talk about why you got into real estate, why you stay in real estate, why real estate's rewarding for you. And obviously, a lot of it's here, but I love going in and talking about taps. You guys hear us talk about taps all the times. So if you're really doing it and say, you know what, I did it for the money, let's talk about something else. You help people, give them the ability to retire through tax benefits, appreciation, principal reduction, stability of payment. Let's start talking about benefits to them, about what you do, why you're in real estate. So there's a great template here. If you don't like this, go to Chat GPT, take this, copy it, paste it, and say, hey, change this up. But we just want a quick 6-second intro. Here, you are going to have to talk into the camera. A quick 6-second outro. You're going to have to talk into the camera, and that can be on OBS Studio. That can be on your iPhone or Droid phone. You can go out there and record those. And this whole middle part, type it all out and just read it. Type it all out, read it. It doesn't matter. They're not going to see your face, but I want you telling your story, and I want you to be able to post your story to Instagram and Facebook and LinkedIn and put it out there, because people care about your story, especially if it's unique. The more unique and personalized you make it, the better it's going to be. And again, we just got to make sure you're top of mind. And there's a lot of realtors out there that won't do video. And I'm getting coached by some of these, I call them kids, like 25-year-old kids. I can say that because I have a 24-year-old kid, 25-year-old kid out there, and he's making millions of dollars doing exactly this. And he's like, I don't know why the older generation won't do it. He's like, here's a template, here's what we're doing. So we're going to do the same thing. I mean, he is out there crushing it, just doing this. And he's like, you don't have to put your face out there. And that's kind of where we're going next. If you say, hey, look, Mike, I don't want to put my face out there at all. I don't even want to do it. I don't want to do any of it. We can have AI do it. Now, I'm not great at this part. I just learned it within the last 30 days. You're going to have to bear with me. So we're going to get rid of this, and we're going to come over here. And here is AI Mike. Hi, nice to meet you. This is AI Mike, and he will do whatever I tell him to do. So I know it might be tough to see, but I'm just going to tell him, hey, and actually, I'm going to see if I can make it larger. One, does that look like me? Because that is not me. That is not me. That is not my background. That is not a picture of me in my background. That is AI. I uploaded a 3-minute video of me talking, and it went through and recreated the whole thing. It is uncanny what AI can do to recreate you. Because when I showed this to my wife, she's like, yeah, she's like, the lips look a little weird when you're talking. I'm like, well, first of all, that's just not me. AI created this whole thing, which is just amazing. It does take about a half hour for it to go create it, but then I can just type in and it will say whatever I type in. So your first time there, I guess let me just show you and then we'll go through how to set it up. But you can also record custom voices. So I recorded my voice after it made my AI. And I think it talks a little slow. So I normally speed it up a little bit. So I'm going to click on generate and it'll take a minute, but I think it costs about, well, there you go. It's going to cost 16 credits. So if you have the pro version, you get about 1,200 credits per month of this AI. And once your 1,200 runs out, I don't know how you buy more, but 1200 seems plenty. Like if I have 1200 and for my intro and outro, I'm going to use 16 each, I think we're going to be good. So, um, let me see if I can find where it tells me about those credits. I can't remember. It tells me about the credits, but it's about 1200 credits and it's included $120. This part you do have to pay for if you want the AI. And when I recorded, maybe I was trying to enunciate better. So maybe I talked a little slower. So I feel like you talk slower. But I'll show you how to speed it up a little bit. And whenever I did this, like obviously I didn't say those words, I typed it in. This is AI. And my wife did not know it was AIFB. Hello, my name is Mike Hall, and I wanted to tell you about my real estate journey and how I almost didn't get into real estate. All right, so that definitely sounds a little robotic. So you want to be able to go in here and click on this and come up here to speed and speed it up. So I'm at 1.0 right now. I say, hey, let's just take it up to 1.1. And then we're able to click on audio and we're able to play around with the audio. And I normally added a little bass boost, but you can kind of play around with it so that it sounds more natural. I wanted to tell you about my real estate journey and how I almost didn't get into real estate. And see, I'm gonna have to go back to that how where it pauses and kind of gets in there. But you can play around with the voice changer, play around with the speed so that it sounds more normalized. So this part did take me a little bit, but I think you have two paths. One, you just do it. And it's going to take you a little bit because no one likes their voice. Everyone's going to re-record it 8 times, and that's okay. Or you can play around with this until you get the speed right and the voice change right, where it kind of sounds like you. And once you're in here, you can consistently do it. So if you're going to use the AI, the first time you come in here to be up here at the top where it says AI avatars, you're going to click on customize and you're able to create one AI avatar of yourself. I think it did a great job. And then once you do that, you're able to create a voice. You can see I tried several, um, and there was another better one. So you're going to have to record this a few times and figure out the right speed and the right pattern so that it sounds more natural and spend some time doing that. But once you get it done, that AI is always there and your voice is always there. So then when you want to do videos in the future, you just come in here and type in what AIU is supposed to say. And I was able to get it close enough that my wife didn't know as AI, and clearly she sees me all the time. Um, I think this one will take me a little while with the voice changer and the speed to get it there, but you can get it there. Where I think if people see you 6 second intro, 6 second outro, they're not going to know it's AI. If you're on the screen talking for a half hour, I think they'll know. But and then you roll into your B roll, right? So and then you just come up here, you go back to your media, and you're just going to lay this B roll right on top of it. And obviously, you can see that's a lot longer than maybe we need. So we click here, and then we click this little button right here to delete the right hand side. And if I want this one next to it and let this B roll go while AI me talks great, I don't think you should do AI when it's in the background. You definitely should have it yourself, but very easy to go in, add this B roll on top, and cut out the parts that you don't want. But we see video and content just making a huge difference in a lot of other industries. And a lot of real estate agents just haven't come around and fully dove into content creation. And it's time. So we're going to go into AI a little bit more in next month's group coaching call and how that can help your business. And then as we continue on, we'll be doing a lot more with content creation. Make sure that you're getting content out there that people can absorb and making sure that we really keep you top of mind with your sphere. So everyone who has RSVP'd, You'll get a detailed step by step with the script, the B roll, a quick video that shows you how to edit in CapCut. And I'm hoping by next month, we all have a 1 minute video that we're posting out there about your story to help take your business to the next level. I'm going to answer any questions we can about the assignment, about what we've talked about today. And then after that, we're going to get into answering any question that you have at all. I want to jump on here every month and help your video. So let me get into the questions about, I will, let's take a look. Someone uses DaVinci Resolve. DaVinci Resolve is somewhat similar, but I think CapCut is easier for editing video. And yep, I was sharing my screen. For some reason, I don't know why. If you couldn't see it, I apologize. Everyone's going to do it. What's your thought on the future of CapCut? You feel like maybe no other issues. I don't even try to guess. So obviously, she's referring to the fact that CapCut went down. There is a part of CapCut that is owned by ByteDance, which is a Chinese company. So when TikTok went down, CapCut went down as well. There were several pop-ups that came up in its place. And then Meta said, give me 30 days and they're going to have a CapCut replacement. So I love how easy CapCut is, and we barely scratched the surface, but it is super easy. And if you're going to get into content creation, you should learn CapCut. I think Meta's will be very similar, and there'll be something very very similar to it. So I think it's worthwhile to learn. I don't think that CapCut and I don't think that TikTok is going away. I would not be surprised if our government owned a portion of them in the future. Videos of the AMSR Realtor. I have not, but I'm going to look up the AMSR Realtor. As you start getting into this, the more that you can have hooks and comedy and pure you, I think the better. If you start publishing videos and your videos somewhat relate to real estate, your business is going to blow up. I don't know what AMSR is either, but we're going to look it up. So when people whisper and make small, soft noises. Okay. We're going to have to take a look. Chris says, can you import AI avatar from other places into the CapCut if you already have one? Not and make its mouth move like that. No. So to make its mouth move and sync up like that, it does have to be there. I know there's lots of places that are doing AI avatars right now, but this one's specifically for video. A lot of them aren't going to work well with video within CapCut. Andy says, do you have an order of priority where you post videos? Anywhere and everywhere? Is this about building a YouTube channel or more content for social media? So yeah, that you got it. It's everywhere. So I do believe that you should have a YouTube channel, and I do believe you should upload there. I also believe that you should post it first on Facebook. Post it on Facebook first. That's new, that's unique content. I think the majority of your sphere of influence that are the age where they buy and sell homes are on Facebook. And my kids tell me Facebook is for old people and that I'm old. And I'm like, that's okay. The person that I would want to target is someone who has equity in their home. And typically, I guess if we're going to call them old, we're calling them old. But post on Facebook first, then I'd post on Instagram, then I'd post on LinkedIn, then I'd go and I'd put it on my YouTube channel. If you don't have a YouTube channel, somewhere within the next year on these group coaching calls, it's all going to be about creating a YouTube channel and, most importantly, advertising on YouTube. Advertising on YouTube is some of the best cost return on investments you can do. It's significantly inexpensive to advertise on YouTube. So if you don't have a channel, we will be covering how to create that channel, adding content like this to it, and then most importantly, advertising on it. Because when you guys see a video, like you guys see videos all the time, when you see a video, what's the first thing that pops up? An ad, right? and that is not going anywhere. And I'm going to show you how to make a great 6-second video where you can wait 4 to 6 seconds to skip it, and you only pay if people watch the full 30-second video. So we're gonna have a really great 25-second video, and then we're gonna try to get them to click off in those final 5 seconds, so you're not billed. So maybe you can build some brand awareness, and you can target people so much better on YouTube. So you can target people in Westerville who have been places like Realtor.com and Zillow, and that way that you say, "Hey, I'm the Westerville specialist," and that first 6 seconds, and really try to do some pretty amazing things advertising on YouTube. How do we download the video that's ready in CapCut to post to social media? Great question. I should have shown that. So once your video is done, and I will create a full video that shows you how I do every part of it. I'm going to do it from scratch. I'm going to record me talking the intro, outro, and upload that. I'm going to do that in OBS Studio, so I show you exactly how to do that. And I'm going to show you how I go and I download these from that link and upload them, and then I will show you how to export it. But up here in the top right hand side, you're going to click on export, and then you're going to rename it whatever you want to name it. And then if I download this, it's automatically going to export. I should have taken out the name, but obviously you'll name it my intro video. My name is Mike Hall, and I wanted to tell you about the real estate. My name is and that's how you go in and export it. So export up here at the top, and then it will export a version for stories, and it will export a version for Facebook. Grace says, where can I go to get a logo type background for the tree screen?
I meant green screen, sorry.
So, like, if you just want a green screen behind you, if you have the paid version of CapCut, you don't even need a green screen anymore. Hello and welcome to Working with Buyers. Let me get rid of this and just. So if I was on this and I wanted to remove my background, I'm just going to come up here to this remove BG, and I'm going to auto remove this background. So it's slowly counting down here. You can kind of see it. And now there's no background. And now if I add this, there I am with the background. And then I can move me and make me smaller. I almost didn't get into real estate. And obviously I had a microphone there, and the microphone's kind of messing with it. Without the microphone, it's pretty easy to go in and do. But if you had a green screen or something behind you that was stable color, it's really good at removing it. Because I have books and different things, it's a little tougher. So if you have the paid version, that's it. You just click remove background and you don't need it. Otherwise, I see lots of people go get like a $30 thing on Amazon where they set up a green screen behind them. I see other people get cardboard and use Christmas wrapping paper to create a green screen. It doesn't have to be anything fancy anymore. And then you can easily chroma key remove it by coming in here, and the auto removal is there. The chroma key, you come in and hand pick the color, and then you'd remove it like that, and it would remove green. Yeah, and the next question is, I assume we can choose a background for our intro outro video. Yep, that's exactly it. So with the paid version, the auto removal is simple. Without it, you will have to have some type of a set one color wall behind you. And if that's the only color, you can just click on chroma key. You'll select it here, select the color picker. So if your wall was blue behind you and you weren't blue and you were wearing no blue, you could come in and remove blue, and it would remove all of that wall for you. But when I make that video, I'll show you the auto removal, and I'll show you the chroma key. And I think that's advanced. I think it's just fine if you have your phone on your front porch and there's a door behind you or a basic wall behind you. Again, I just want you out there posting a 60-second video, and it does not need to be perfect. You're going to see a lot of the videos I do just are not perfect. And I think perfection kills your production so much that I wouldn't worry about it for this one. I'd get it done. And if you say, hey, look, I really want to put some time into video, great. Let's learn CapCut. Let's go out there and do it. um, I was 200 hours into Adobe Premiere. That is a hard video platform. I was only 20 hours into CapCut and I was further along. Like just the stuff that it does is easy for captions and stuff like that. It'll just automatically do all of it. So if I want to put in captions, I click on captions. I can auto highlight the words and then auto generate the captions, and it'll just go auto generate them. There you go. Now you can see I have captions. It's literally CapCut is so easy. Hmm. Can I get the link and script to the B-roll? I didn't register in advance. Found it. Yep. I'm going to send that out to everyone. So everyone who has RSVP for this call or the last call, you're going to get all the resources. And then annoyingly, 2 weeks from now, you're going to get another email from me. And 3 weeks from now, another email from me saying, did you do the assignment? Again, this is not training. This is coaching. This is going to have some follow up. We want you going out there doing it. And I don't want you feeling bad next month when you get on this call, or even worse, you don't get on the call because you didn't do the assignment. It's a 30-second video. And here's what I'll tell you, you're not that special. Your little 60-second video isn't going to change the world. They're going to see it. They're like, oh, yeah, you're in real estate. Great video. Maybe you're a little bit more top of mind, and that's it. So it's not going to be life changing. It doesn't have to be perfect. Get out there, put the video out there. Don't let the analysis by paralysis keep slowing you down. And you guys see it. And next time you're scrolling through Facebook, look how often you see video. And you guys are spending a ton of time on Facebook. The average American spends more and more time on Facebook, or at least social media, every single year. And to me, that is just so valuable to get someone's attention. We live in a very crowded, noisy world where there's look over here and look over here. And I see so much anger on social media right now. So a lot of anger with politics and a lot of anger with the littlest things in the world. And I see people that are just angry in general. We got to figure out how that we can refocus things and say, hey, let's focus on what's important. Let's focus on building wealth. Let's focus on making sure we give people the ability to retire. Let's focus on good, positive things instead of all these little negative things. I guarantee you, your post on social media about some controversial topic isn't going to go out there and change the minds of 99.99% of the people. But if you could help someone go buy a home and make good money in the process and feel good about helping people build wealth, it's going to make you feel better. And the best way in the world to help is to donate money. So go make more money and then donate it to a good cause. Scott says, do we have any experts or knowledgeable persons on algorithm do's and don'ts to make our videos more visible? Working with and working against the algorithms. I heard if you share your Facebook from business to personal page, it hurts your visibility reviews. Hope that made sense. Yeah, you're absolutely right. If you go to any of my trainings, you're going to see I tell you don't post on your Facebook business page. Your Facebook business page is there for business, it's there for advertising. Facebook changed their algorithm probably 2 years ago now, where they don't show business pages. So the next time you're scrolling through Facebook, look and see how many business pages you see that aren't sponsored, right? The sponsored ones people are paying for. I get that. And that's the only reason I have a business page. So what all of them do love is unique content. So if you put it on your business page that it doesn't care about, and then you share it to your personal page, you're definitely not going to get the same number of views. And the best way to do it is just A B test it and see. And there's a really smart man. His name is Sean Carpenter. I heard him speak at NAR events, and he's telling me the same thing years ago. And I'm like, I don't want to post business stuff to my personal page. And it's against the terms and conditions of Facebook. Well, he's like, test it on Tuesday at 6 p.m., put it there and then share it. And the next Tuesday at 6 p.m., post something similar, but just post it to your news feed. And we'll see how much more social your social media is. And it was just unresoundingly ridiculous. And it says, okay, I shouldn't post there. So I use Facebook business pages for paid ads because you have to have it. Everything else I post right to my normal news feed, and you should too. And you know, some of the best ways to get out there is one, have it be unique content that you upload to Facebook. If I put it on my YouTube channel and then I copy the link and put that on Facebook, it is almost not getting seen at all. Because when you click on it, if it takes you off Facebook and onto YouTube, well, Facebook is helping you leave their site, which they do not want. So when you make this video, you will upload the actual video to your Facebook news feed, and then you're going to use AI to help drive engagement. So we're going to go and make a sample post that says, hey, I want to tell you a little bit about my story, about why I got into real estate. And part of the reason we're doing it is because that helps the algorithm. It knows that those social cues, my story and things like that are there. Hashtags help. We're going to do hashtag my story. I think a lot of that's even already in there to in the template. And those are things that I are algorithm cheaters. Me talking about my story with hashtags about my story with a unique video I uploaded there and there only. So that is exactly what we're talking about to get you out in front of more of your sphere. Yep. Kristen says use the caption to support SEO 100%. Melissa says I pay for a service who posts on my Facebook business page and hardly ever gets comments or likes. Should I get rid of the program? So whenever it is, and for those of you who don't do it, I think everyone should do it, right? No one sees your business page anyway. And if you're paying to advertise, it's nice to have stuff there. So KV Core now has Core Social. You can go there, it'll connect. It was one of the 3 things that you're supposed to do, or 5 things that you're supposed to do from last month's call is explore those 3 new KV Core features, and it will go post there. But you're right, it is not going to be social. It is not going to get views. But I think you should continue just because it requires 0 effort and time on your part. So if someone stumbles across that Facebook business page, or you're running ads and then they click on it and they see it, they see content there. I wouldn't put your time into posting there or your money into posting there without paid ads trying to get leads. But if someone's going to auto post there for you, I think you should. It's automatic, it's done, looks great. Yes. Mark says the AMP agents are hyper focused on their personal Facebook pages. You can affect their algorithm. You certainly can. And the personal ones are what we want to focus on. And as we continue these group coaching calls, you're going to see, and when it comes to social media, that is the number 1 place that we'll be targeting because that is what is seen the most. Let's open it up to any type of question and answer. I want you guys to have your finger on the pulse. If you guys have questions about the market, I want to hear them. If you guys are seeing stuff in the market, I want to share it. I talk to hundreds of agents every single month. I talk to our top producers more than I talk to people that aren't doing anything. And it's because they're out there doing deals. If you're not out there doing deals, if you're not calling me, if you're not getting the traction, I'm telling you right now, everyone is saying business is picking up. Almost everyone I talk to is saying, I'm getting more online leads. Now, they're not saying they're great leads, but they're getting more online leads. They're getting more from Zillow and Realtor.com and their pay-per-click right now. They're seeing more traction when it goes to buyers who start looking. And we're still seeing a little bit of a lag when it comes to homes sitting on the market. And I think that's because we're comparing it to last year and the year before last, where we now have 30% more inventory. So they are going to sit on the market a little bit longer. So I think we still see some of our agents a little frustrated with not getting that full price offer on the first weekend, but we're not seeing that quite as much. What questions do you guys have about the market? What questions do you have about the assignment? What concerns do you have? What can I do to help your business? And if you know how to raise your hand if you want to unmute, and I will make sure that we only have one person talking at a time.